2 times. Where I hope I'm not completely breaking people's ears, and I hope my mic isn't like actually broken. Actually broken. No, no, I seem to be good. Okay then. Greetings. Would I still say greetings? I don't know. I've changed profile picture since the 1st of April, and the character on this one usually introduces himself to a group of humans with words like, alright, listen up, you one lifespan, 3-dimensional, 5 cents skin puppets. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I have some replays to look at. Let's see, does EOSD work? I set it up 5 minutes ago, so I also installed like Windows an hour ago because I have realized that hosting TRS on Linux isn't the best idea. Right, let's pop this sucker out. The chat, that is. I'm pretty sure there's some suckers in chat as well. Alright. Now, I first want to check my options. Always want to do that when you've set up your game a second ago. Now, which one am I supposed to look at first? Let's see. This one, which would be this one in game. You know, I haven't done this whole hosting TRS thing in quite a while. Let's see, the difficulty goes here. Shot type, Marissa A, and this is a no bomb. Good. What do we skip to stage? Skip to stage 3, there's no stage 6 to watch. Right. This is EOSD we're talking about. No stage 6. Which means I'm gonna get this over with faster. Oh, I still have my good settings for 20 FPS for speed up, for replay speed up, and it actually works. Right, it works in the exact way I wanted to. Was it a spell skip? No, I think that there just isn't any spell there on easy. Okay. I feel like I was about to say something and then I forgot. Not timing out mid-boss Rumia, what does it do? Right, I was supposed to show this. I mean, the music is decently there right now, so I'm not restarting for that. Never. She uses her... So if you time out mid-boss... If you time out mid-boss Rumia on easy, you get the hard mode spell card. I'm gonna try that out. Because that seems like the kind of thing that wouldn't be true, but knowing Zune, it might actually be. Hello, Chinese person. Right, so I am supposed to talk about something. I'm struggling to find something to talk about. Well, I guess that was noteworthy. Should have probably looked at the screen for that. Okay. Let's pull up the... Oh, another one. I'm just pulling up my chat on my phone and looking at my view counter on my phone. Alright, to the 10 viewers that we have right now. So I'm supposed to talk about something here, but I'm struggling to find something to talk about. I haven't done this in a while. So, anyone here to help me out? I mean, I would have probably also reset by that point. But I twice the mailing. At least back when I was like actively going for a main goal in EOSD, I would have reset if I got 2 deaths on mailing. Might have also reset if I got 1 death. And then like died to books or something. I should have probably saved the mention of books for now. So then I could say, speaking of books, look, they are green and shoot green bullets. And they're really easy. Because that's what they're like on every difficulty except Lunatic. So, are the dodging enjoyers enjoying this? Now they are. Vertical streaming on this section. I don't think I do that. Can't quite remember. Dude. I hate having to deselect the EOSD window, or you're going for the books. I've never seen that either. To go for the books. Now you're going for the ferry. Power cancel for those. Was a good opportunity for a power cancel. Are you sure those are Facebooks? Those could have been looking at my bookshelf to see what book it could be. The Dictionary for Elementary School Kids, edition 1 and 2. You can't destroy those. Those are very sacred books. The Elementary School Dictionary. Did I? Hmm. One of these days, I'm gonna solo accommodate a TRS, and I'm gonna make sense. I will say words that make genuine sense. This, rem this reminds me of when I did ENN first try after beating Extra. Yeah, I can imagine that happening. Sometimes I will skip the stage intro where absolutely nothing is happening, despite it desyncing the music. And I wonder why I don't get that many views when I host. So this is the final stage, and we're doing it ethically. You know, there is an easy mode stage 6 in EOSD. You can access it through hacks. And most of it is identical to normal, but Remelia has easy specific non-spells. One of them just aims to the side. Sprinkler. So here we have the easy mode Sprinkler, the sprinkler that doesn't moisturize enough. Or doesn't, like, put out the fire or something. And I think... So sprinklers are used to either automatically activate in a house when it's on fire, or to water, like, a lawn. And the second one makes sense, but the first one, like, a lot of fires can't actually be put out by water. Like, die to spam. Like, if you have a fire that's fueled by fuel, like car fuel, that cannot be put out by fire. And those fire extinguishers, they don't use water. They don't have water in them. They have very cold carbon dioxide. If you spray it on yourself, you will freeze to death. Using fire extinguishers is sus. That is true. What's a more common use for a fire extinguisher? Actually extinguishing a fire, or trying to bash someone over the head with it? That's a bit suspicious. Well, we're almost at the end now. OMG, 60 million. Is that a good score for easy? Is 60 million good for easy mode? I never saw an easy mode score on once. And this doesn't look like something that specifically goes for score. This is a no bomb run. Yeah, this is a no bomb run. So, right. Get extends for score. Really? Bye. And then the game ends. What an ending! What a beautiful ending! I feel like I wanted to do something once this replay ends, but I completely forgot about it. Maybe this is it? Maybe this was it. I don't know. Was it the Rumia mid timeout? No, I was not planning to try that out on TRS. That would have wasted so much time. Okay, but what do we skip? 3 years in the making, 3 years of only playing EOSD on April Fool's Day. So this is an April Fool submission. What to skip? The usual. If only I knew what the usual was. I'm just gonna skip the first 3 stages and show mailing. Because people want a stage 3 boss shown for usual skips. I so wish I could deselect that EOSD window now, but you can't do that because EOSD pauses itself. Wow, what a funny game. So, Mei Ling, we meet again. This time, 3 difficulties higher. And 3 difficulties higher on weed. Did I measure weed and difficulties? Also Zoom drinks. I've never heard about Zoom smoking weed. I only heard about this alcohol addiction. So this spell is very funny. Back when I was going for EOSD Olympic 1cc, I would reset if I died to it. And everyone would just say to continue because the spell is cancer, which it is. And you just continue. But surprisingly, I always found this spell to be harder than the blue mess. Stage 4 again. I'm gonna save the books mention for books. Now that we're on the difficulty where it's hard. power cancel. Good power cancel. Okay, but speaking of books, right? But speaking of books, they're coming up here, and I was thinking. Okay, but you're dodging this like a champ. You were dodging this like a champ, and then you died like that. Would have been better if you died to Kawakama instead or something. But speaking of books, so I've been thinking, Zune isn't going to publish EOSD to Steam because that game is too broken on modern operating systems. So I was thinking of making a patch for Zune that fixes all the issues with EOSD so that he could have a version that he could upload to Steam. Right, so I would work with Zune to make a version of EOSD that he could actually put on Steam and maybe get some of the profits from it for myself as well. And I was thinking about sneaking in a little change to the Stage 4 script to slightly nerf books, right? To have this be a version 1.02i and to nerf books. But the thing is, I don't actually know how you would nerf it. I don't know how you would change books in a way where it's still books, but a bit nerfed. Changing the game doesn't sound like a good idea. Well, it may not sound like a good idea, but just imagine. First of all, there are probably gonna be some people who are gonna like it, but also imagine the controversy it would cause if there's a new version that nerfs books. What it would mean for the Touhou community at large. Probably make the position static or only give it 3 variations. You know, giving it 3 variations seems like the kind of thing that Zune wouldn't notice. Okay. Okay, so that's how we're gonna nerf books. But don't tell Zune about it. I wanna prank him with that. No, but some people do get pretty good at books. So imagine if I just wasted all of their years of efforts. That would be a little bit of trolling. That was a meme. This spell is a bit of a meme. And here we have stage 5, and this time it's not the last stage. What an upgrade. And this time we're doing it unethically too. Nothing like just staying at the top and have everything shoot away from you. Surprisingly, no wall phases were necessary. Going for the kill. And the grace. You can never be too careful with this stuff. I remember bumping into Sakuya's head on this. More common than you think. Now I could never figure this spell out. Okay, how many misses are we on so far? My goodness, a maid! I love how Marissa is so surprised by the presence of a maid in a big ass mansion that belongs to someone who is probably very rich. And it's the same maid that she's already seen, like 2 minutes ago. But in actuality, the game makes the the incident being solved look a lot faster than it actually is. I mean, all the incidents get solved in a day. That was a wall face, and that was unfortunate. This non-spell. People make montages of that non-spell. I've seen a montage of that non-spell and the crazy things that people tend to do on it. Oops, I might have missed some chat messages because I just disconnected and reconnected. Yeah, I've seen montages of that non-spell. People do some crazy shit on it. Killing though, existing, and shooting more than one of those things. Oh, backwards fire. That's the low rank experience. Knife hitboxes are cursed too. I mean, does EOSD have rectangular hitboxes? I think they're all just square shaped, and the knives have a square on the handle. Yeah, Mentos. Yeah, every hitbox in this game is a square. This game only has square hitboxes, so the Mentos hitbox is just a big square in the middle of that big old circle. So you circle around it and then you catch yourself hitting a corner on the square hitbox. How geometrical. Ethical Meek. Square around the circle. Challenge. Create a square with the surface area of a circle. You know there was a time period in math where people were able to do math on circles, but they couldn't find a way to make a square with the surface area of a circle. You know, in Minecraft, if you summon enough entities, you can arrange a bunch of blocks to look like your circle. Like your circle. Or like a cylinder. It looks very out of place. Thousand Needle Mountain is impossible. I didn't think it was that bad. Okay, but you're calling it Thousand Needle Mountain, but it says, it said up here, Mountain of a Thousand Needle. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse cursor, or if I enabled mouse cursor capture. Right, I forgot about the fact that I would always capture my mouse cursor, so I could do mouse movements. Mountain of a Thousand Dick. Vi. VI, my favorite Linux text editor. Real dodging, real gaming. I'm pretty sure you're gonna make it. You have your default resources here. Imagine if you cap it. Imagine if you cap it, this one, and then you end the run with default resources, just like you started. That would be epic. Alright, time to close the USD. Don't need it open anymore. So, next up, first of all, GG, but next up we have TD Extra. You know, when I was preparing for today's TRS, I didn't realize that I put the same person's run, that I put two runs from the same person in the queue, so I had to change it a bit. I got to choose which one I would show and which one I wouldn't, and I chose TD Extra. I just think it's a more interesting category. Has nothing to do with length. TH13. And it just shows up. Oh no, that's loud. Game TD. Difficulty. What was it again? Extra, right, extra. I chose extra because it takes less time than LOL Kill Lunatic. And just a 1cc. Between bosses is kinda boring. Oh, that says in what to skip between bosses. Alright. Very unusual to skip something in an extra stage replay, but okay. It's gonna complete it. Oh yeah, because I never launched the game on this Windows installation before. I didn't do any of the settings in custom.exe, so that it doesn't say 0 FPS down there. I am capturing the mouse cursor. Oh my god, it feels so good to be able to deselect the window without it pausing. Right, this is the game where Lasana originates from. Can you imagine that there was a time in the Touhou community where Lasana didn't exist? Crazy to think about. But it's true. At some point in time, Lasana didn't exist. Extra. I haven't seen this stage a lot. So I'm gonna have a lot to say on it. Oh, I got up to 0.4 FPS with the game running perfectly smooth. The wonders of Zoom. spell has dogs, or this if this fight has dogs and other animals. Never before seen, never seen after that. Dogs, those are birds. She's fighting otters. From the second to last spell activate otters. Wondering, did this fight accidentally foreshadow a bomb? Nope, those are frogs. Imagine a world where the diverse animal subgenres in Wabak were based off of the bullets in this fight. And then this fight is foreshadowing for Wabak. And it's some sort of really weird, really special meaning for Wabak lore. Are those bullets actually... What if those animal bulls were actually enemies? Can make an enemy give up? Now Zoom did do that before. Anyways, this is the final spell. Fascinating. No, this is not the final spell. What am I even talking about? Fascinating. Can close this now. IN didn't crash. Always good to see. Let's see this. That is very loud. I'm gonna have to turn down the volume before I enable BGM. Nice. I have my... I didn't accidentally delete it. So what do we show? No miss, no bomb, full spell, like normal skips. This is an LNN. Okay. Magic team. I guess I'm gonna put the final leg here. Magic team and it's okay. I think that looks about good, about fine. Normal skips, that's I'm gonna restart for this. I didn't set my FPS to 420. Let's see, vpatch, TH08, vpatch.ini, replay skip FPS, 420. It has to be 420. Am I showing the game? It is showing up alright. This is failures like really well. Because here's a fun fact. So you can do this cannon thing. You can do this unfocused focus thing where you have Marissa's bullets and Alice's laser on screen at the same time, and then you do like about double damage. And the funny part about it is the Alice laser then also does damage to familiars, and it's piercing. So that's really good for spells with a lot of them. Yeah, this is the final A run, so we're gonna see Aaron's final spell get completely destroyed with the power of this laser. I'm looking forward to that. Also, we can just those two triangles on the left and the right. Does this spell also use familiars? It does. Yeah, with this shot type, you can kill familiars on anything that has them. In fact, strategy on Four-Eye Jewel. I think that's what it's called, Four-Eye Jewel. So then I don't have to do, so then the reskins aren't that hard, because only half the pattern is on screen now. So yeah, I think this is the best shot type in the game. Stage 3 performance makes it debatable, but I personally think that this is the best shot in the game. Stage section that is the boss, well, you can just kill the familiars and then you have nothing to worry about. So here's a funny thing about Reimu. Reimu, the shot type, is completely immune to familiars, no matter if you're focused or unfocused. and this is the one fight. The rainbow fight is the one fight where that will. But for reasons, you cannot use border team or solo Reimu and get the Reimu fight. So you can do it in practice mode. Orbital attacks. Now, this is a debate. This has been a bit of a debate. Did the previous phase of the Rainy fight count as a mid-boss? At one point, the game is a little too loud. Okay, I put it at 1% in the volume mixer. And that's another issue when you make a setup for hosting TRS for the first time. Getting the volume balance right, and then nobody tells you if you've got the right volume balance. Well, except for now. Then you have a lot of people hosting TRS for the first time and everything is fine, but the game's too loud. And it always happens. Yeah, with Magic Team you can even kill those Yin Yang Warps fast enough where you don't have to focus to not be hit by them. Can you even kill those Yin Yangs? I wonder if those Yin Yangs are invincible. They probably are. Spell. Well, this is a full spell, so this is gonna be a cap. Never forget about those Mentos. I got memed by those Mentos so many times. I don't think I've ever capped this. Actually, I did cap this spell once. At no strategy. And these Mentos are a bit of a meme. Let's get moving. I just wonder what's going on with that spell. It's really disorienting. I am wondering the same thing. So yes, Remus is a Pac-Man player. If she goes off screen on one edge, she comes out the other end. I know, it's just hard to around where stuff is coming from. And that's all of the familiars in this spell gone. Yeah, you can kill all of the familiars the moment they spawn with this shot type. No rabbit hug strat on this spell. And now on to stage 6A. For some reason, this person doesn't want to get any point items. Just go to the top of the screen and get them all. Well, there isn't really much reason to get them because of maximum resources. And those resources are gonna stay at max. This spell just seizes. This background is very crusty. This spell, I've always struggled with this spell. I could never do it. But yeah, and this spell, this is the funny spell where Magic Team really excels at. The whole point of this spell is that you kill those familiars, right? So that the bubble doesn't collide with them, and so that those bacteria bullets don't just pop into existence. And as Magic Team, you can take out all of them just like that. And then you're left with just a bubble. This is Touhou, and this is the highest difficulty. Final spell. I never had a problem with playing with larger hitboxes. Just ever. this part is intentionally laggy. There's no FPS, there's no like actual low FPS happening here. It's just the game intentionally slowing itself and the timer down. Bullet cap. I can close the game. Right. Because now we proceed to the YouTube videos. Let's see, browser. This is nope, that's the layout. This is the browser. That seems about good enough. Uh, but I have to make this more silent. So I need to change description. Also, okay, nothing to skip. This is RNG mod, so there's no need to skip anything. Difficulty, lunatic. You're really going for the good shit. So about RNG patch, what it does is it makes the angles and speeds at which bullets fire random, and it does that for every bullet individually. So every bullet gets fired with random speed and random angle, which means there are no aim things at all. And another thing this patch does is it even has its own random number generator, because the ones from Zune is even, it's pretty bad. So because Zune's random number generator is actually pretty bad, this patch has its own random number generator that simply uses a number from Zune as a seed. for replay compatibility. So this is all going to look very funny. I might not necessarily have a lot to say about everything. For now it's still dodgeable, well, except for that last spell. But joke's on you, I can't do it either way. Because I always try to spin it and then I screw up. So this does look like USD, in a way. Depending on how the pattern works, some patterns get preserved really nicely, and some just look completely different. And naturally, if we don't see a lot of bullets, then there's not a lot of RNG madness to see. This one's ought to be interesting. Yep, this one has a lot of bullets, and they usually are fired in straight lines and lanes. Those don't exist. It's a bit of a mess. Dude, you should do RNG patch extra stage, or at the very least open up Honest Man's Death and spell practice. It's really good. So a lot of things are turning into Eternal Meek. Oh, I'm awaiting the 5 Kaguya last spells. Or Hora Jewel. I doubt Rising World is gonna be any different with this. I think it's gonna be identical. Another round of Eternal Meek. Going for good cancels in a situation like this. static stuff. Yeah, that might be something to look forward to. So stage 3 looks like a complete mess. Complete mess. Those familiars are spawning in random locations. Yeah, good dodges. You might need that good dodging skill for things that are gonna come up. So for certain other things that are gonna come up, no amount of human dodging skill is going to save you. Dumb luck might save you. A lot of dumb luck. So this is the interesting Kiana stuff. Very interesting. You cannot really target familiars, and they shoot out randomly, and they get stuck on all the walls. This one's reasonable. It's almost like the original thing. So no scoring safe spot on this spell anymore. Man, I wish I could sleep right now. I'm the only kind of person to admit on TRS that I would rather sleep. I'm getting through this. RNG mod is a bit of a meme. Asteroid belt. Which one was asteroid belt again? first spell. Okay. Stroke pattern. Jesus Christ. Still tired though. Definitely gonna go to sleep after this TRS. You would think that not having school and being able to sleep and not having to stick to bedtimes would be good for me, for my sleep, for how awake I am, but I've just been more tired. random attack patch. Imagine a random attack patch in IN. And then getting Ancient Duper. Actually, what would Ancient Duper with RNG patch look like? I have a feeling it's not gonna be that bad. I would like to check it out, but I do not have RNG patch installed. Whoa, I made... You know, this seems like a cool spell concept. The previous spell looked like looked cool in concept, but it would have to be refined in order to be an actual spell card. Oh. So the RNG can just take all the bullets and move them away from you. That's certainly nice. For it has, you would naturally want to RNG manip this to move the bullets towards you. This spell is almost normal. And almost doable, too. This bullet is just zooming by, minding its own business. Mmm, memes. The sweet taste of memes. The sweet taste of memes fills you with determination. Oh no. Am I back on? Okay. Okay. Because I accidentally unplugged my Ethernet cable. And you know what happens when you stay disconnected for long enough? You end the stream. You know, the thing that secures the Ethernet cable in place just broke on one side of my Ethernet cable, so I'm probably gonna have to tape it down with duct tape. POC this and that. So, 6A again. No Kaguya last spell memes. Nice, Enruk just went online, and I'm gonna have him for a mess. Well, those bullets are really fast, and whatever's coming out of the top doesn't look good either. This looks mostly normal. Let's see. He sounds not possible. Well, that was quick. And with that, well, that was the run. That was RNG patch. CBT with Yuka Kazami. Uh,
Hello.
Hello! At last!
I just woke up. All right, what have we got? Oh boy. CBT with open. What is it? Open replay. OBS. What does it stand for? Do you remember what it stands for? Open. The O's got to be open, right? And I think the S is software. Broadcasting? Is it open broadcasting software? I feel like it's open broadcasting software.
Yes, it stands for Open Broadcasting Software.
Nailed it. First try.
Lunatic. M. No, that's the shot type name. Lunatic.
The,
It's just a boss practice. Okay.
the difficulty is also Yuka.
Yes,
It's a special secret difficulty level.
of course.
So yeah, this is stage 5, Lunatic, Yuka. No miss, no bomb.
Yes.
All right, there's the opener down.
So what exactly makes Yuka the worst shot in Mystic Square?
Well, she does no damage and is slow. Basically, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Being slow is quite bad in this game because there's so many fastballs that you want to be dodging. Like here, a faster shot could misdirect. So survival players always time down this pattern and the similar pattern coming up later because Yumiko actually has a rage phase if you deal damage, which you can skip. All right, and here's the easy break phase between the two really hard phases. This one is usually not a problem, even with Yuka. Although I don't know what you're doing all the way over there. All right. Oh, the point items. Oh, it controls rank, of course.
Well,
I have
hello,
the
Gravy.
lucky that you put me up this late.
I always do this more aggressively, but I always die too, so I can't really talk about optimal strategy. But yeah, this one is rough. You really need to know the timing for this one, because the arrows and the lasers actually have a different pace. They are not rhythmically connected. It's like 8 and 3. It's totally fucked. But yeah, GG. Here's penult, which is pretty easy. And yeah, those knives for some reason have no hitbox when they're spinning on the sides.
Huh.
And then here's final, which is really easy. The Mystic Square tradition, every final is easy. No one knows why.
Maybe Zune was just having a bit of an off day and was just like, yeah, you can just make the pattern just really wide.
Alright, I have no idea if this is the first Yuka LNN of Yumiko, but I find it easy to believe. I don't think I have one. So yeah, GG's. Fuck Yumiko.
Yeah, honestly, Yumiko does have some pretty big BS with her lasers, but then again, you know, MS lasers are just kind of pain in general.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, most of them aren't that bad, but those ones, I love fast RNG dodging. It's so exhilarating. There's nothing else like it. I know everybody hates it and thinks it's bullshit, but I don't know. It's just exciting.
Well, anyways, ooh, Marine Benefit. This is pretty deep cut. I think I've actually been trying to like work on a Lunatic 1cc, and it's like I have had several attempts, and I sort of remember like a bit of the routing I tried to do with it.
I can tell you right now what I know about Marine Benefit. Literally nothing. So this will be exciting.
All right. Well, sorry, go on, 32.
So the only thing I know about Marine Benefit is that its code is garbage. Even worse than Zune code. Way worse than Zune code. That's it.
Did you know? So speaking of Zune code in Mystic Square, I found this out from the Rec 98 project. There's actually special code in Mystic Square to like aim bullets more accurately, and Zune just didn't use it for that one shot that Shinky has that randomly kills you. He was just like, nah, we don't need that for this one. Anyway, on to the game actually being played.
Okay, right. So you may notice that a lot of the items are generally different looking in this game. At least, like, there's a bunch of, like, H items and O items. Now, no, the H doesn't mean hentai, you pervert. Anyway. Basically, these items are hydrogen and oxygen, and these items basically affect your POC. Playing as Marissa, she fills up on hydrogen more rapidly than the other characters. So basically, that blue arrow on the left corner right there, as it goes lower, that's basically like how low the POC is right now.
Okay.
And it resets whenever it reaches the bottom, but you also get like a full bomb after it goes at the bottom also.
So, is it just me, or is the sort of pace of patterns in this game really fast?
I think that's because...
Oh, you're playing! What the hell is going on?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he's probably going, like, really fast just to get to the latter point of the game. Also, is this just boss practice, or is it, like, a full Lunatic 1cc?
I think 32 just forgot to update.
This is a full Lunatic 1cc.
Is this no miss, no bomb, or is it just a regular Lunatic 1cc?
It's just a regular 1cc.
Okay. Well, they picked a good shot type for it anyway, because I believe Marissa B is generally the best shot type of the game. Like, good damage output, it's got piercing, and Marissa fills up on bombs really quickly, so basically you can just sort of do good as well as bomb spam if you feel the necessary need to do so.
Hey, it's Master Spark.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot to mention also the oxygen pieces. Marissa builds up on oxygen slowly, but whenever you get like a full oxygen thing down to like where that orange outline is, you get a life piece. Though I feel like that was kind of explanatory there.
Okay.
Oh my god, Usushima is a freaking nightmare when it comes to the patterns, because it's like she really has this sort of like zigzaggy sort of thing going on with her, and it's kind of hard to infer on higher difficulties.
This looks like it would make me dizzy.
It could, but I would also argue that's probably one of her easier patterns, just because it's like you don't need to focus too much on the spinning bullets. You can just stay around a certain area and just keep an eye on the soft spot. I mean, the safe spot, not the soft spot.
So who actually made Marine Benefit?
I don't remember the guy's name. All I just know is that he now does stuff in relation to Idolmaster or something.
Good. Hey, Boa!
Oh my god. Funny thing about this fan character, so the dialogue there mentions that she has apparently familial relations with Marasa. I mean, I'm not too sure on it. It might be just the ladle. But generally it's like with Marine Benefit, it's like you mainly just want to be focused on getting hydrogen to just sort of level out the POC and just like collect items.
What happens if you get the POC line down to the blue sort of outline at the bottom of the screen?
I kind of mentioned before that you get a full bomb after it goes down to the blue outline.
Okay. Does it go back up, or does it stay at the bottom?
It goes back up. So
Okay.
basically whenever it goes... Yeah, it goes down and it goes back up. So it's like you're balancing resources with getting resources. In a way, I guess you could say it's kind of overpowering in a way, but honestly, I think like the big hit thing was to do something with the POC when it came to fan games interpreting Touhou 13. So, yeah. Oh yeah, this came around a time when people were thinking Touhou 13 was gonna do something with the sea. Oh god, this spell card, by the way. So this spell card, it is so hard to really infer the speed of those waves at times, and sometimes you can just get clapped without really having an idea where the wave is spinning from.
Yeah. I can... Ooh.
Oh, good bomb. They were kind of in a very tight spot right there.
So what are those big orange circles supposed to represent? Any idea?
I think it might be Seafoam, but then again, it's been a while since I've actually read up the bios. Hang on, is there someone in chat? Is someone in chat familiar enough with this? Tails? No? Oh well. I will say this, from a lore standpoint, kind of funny. Stage 4 takes place underneath the sea. Because for this brief moment, the underneath the ocean, it's breathable. But I will say, for another lore reason, it kind of comes back in a way where it's like, yeah, the ocean isn't breathable anymore. Keep note of that for Stage 5. That's all I'll say. Also, good Death Bomb. Though I will say, Death Bomb windows in this game... wait, no, I think Marissa has a pretty tough Death Bomb window. Though I could be thinking of Book of Star Mythology with that. Right, so there shouldn't be too much to be bothered with this segment, but there will eventually be a segment where there will be giant fairies that will be at the side, and you kind of have to just try and dodge evenly between them. Though, of course, you kind of have... Oh yeah, this is pretty, like... decently fun pattern here. I mean, it's kind of like very no frills, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's still decent in its own right. Okay, yeah, here's one of the fairies that keep track of your movement. Where it's like you have to try and dodge the bullets while still trying to trying to not. Ooh, yeah. Okay, sorry. I was looking at the stream. I was looking at the stream feed because I needed to look at the chat. Hang on, I need to pop this out.
Oh boy.
yeah, so-
It's the Mario Galaxy theme with the where the bullets turn on and off. Ha!
Every time you
It's. Go on, 32.
every time you shoot, the bullets change color, or every time you jump. No, it's just time.
No, that's a random interval. Okay, this part of the stage is a jerk. Basically, you do see those fairies at the side, so he just used a bomb to just completely eviscerate that fairy. This is definitely a... Huh?
It wouldn't be a Touhou game if there wasn't a segment in the second half of the fourth stage where you just have to bomb over and over again and there's no hope of clearing it on a regular Lunatic 1cc without doing so.
I mean, there are
traditional.
definitely no miss, no bombs of this game where they do go through that segment, but it is tough to learn, especially with the fairies just shooting down these like walls of bullets that you just have to carefully try and you have to carefully try and... God, I forgot the term. When you
Dodge?
get bullet... Stream.
Mm.
That's the term. I can't believe I forgot the term of streaming.
Wait, this character can smoke underwater?
Oh yeah. So all of her bullets are coming from that pipe, I believe. I don't really recall what her ability is, but I do know her patterns do change depending on who you're playing as.
Also a stage 4 tradition.
I mean, generally, her main spell cards are the same. Just it's like the kind of smoky after images are just kind of the characters that you're not playing as.
This is kind of cool.
So if I'm getting this right, when you enter stage 4, the smoke from this character's pipe gets everyone so high that they think they're breathing underwater.
Wait.
Because you can't do that in
never
stage
thought
5
of it
anymore.
like that.
Because you can't do that in stage 5 anymore, which is presumably when they become sober again.
I guess. Anyway, so this pattern right here, again, relatively easy enough, but you can be sort of thrown off by the angle of the bullet walls during it. And again, like, generally of how, like, bright these, like, colored bullets are, it's easy to just sort of lose track of, like, your position proper. Just be sure to, like, stay focused and just keep an eye on, like, the pattern that has, like, the bullets currently dense.
It is not clear to me what's going on in this pattern. It looks suspiciously like a bunch of giant bullets that are just total bullshit, and the actual spell pattern is just small, slow bullets.
I mean, yeah, the big bullets are generally to just throw you off from the smaller bullets. So, now here's the character unique spell. So, I think Marissa's is generally the easiest to deal with just because of...
Ooh, that was
Just
tight.
because of... Yeah, that was pretty tight still. But generally, yeah, most of these stars are just aimed at different speeds. And, just be careful about the size of the hitbox on the star bullets. Also, oh wow, Marine Benefit is a blaster in the past. Honestly, I am super nostalgic for this game. As someone who's gotten into Touhou, and as someone who lives nearby the sea. Well, someone has gotten back into Touhou around this game's release, actually.
Well, this stage background definitely looks like it's from the past.
It reminds me of, if you ever played Star Fox 64, the, boss on the easy route on Venom, where you're like chasing them through the corridor?
No.
No.
Oh yeah. So
I'm too
this
old.
stage is. Yeah. I mean, look, as someone who's gotten into Touhou over a decade ago, sometimes I feel very old when it comes to talking to some fans nowadays. Well, anyway, so funny thing about this stage, take note that the bullets are still in position in regards to, like, the stage background. That is something you may find to be either the most annoying thing in the world or something you can easily go about. I mean, so far he's taking care of the enemies relatively quickly, so it isn't really all that annoying. And oh my god, this like that close like that close graze right there was pretty well planned. Yeah, ultimately this stage is generally janky, especially when it comes to this boss.
Oh boy.
Yeah, which, funny thing, Yaobi is an interpretation of a Touhou mermaid before Wakasagi Hime. May we ask all the fish bros to pay their respects.
Oh.
Yeah. I should also probably mention... Yeah, it should also probably be mentioned that hitboxes for bullets in this game aren't exactly one-to-one with traditional Touhou bullet hitboxes.
Are they generally bigger or smaller?
I think the bubble bullets might be a little bit bigger. Just a pinch bigger.
Of course, bubble bullets are different in, like, every game. So, even in the mainline games. Oh boy. Yep, bomb.
Yeah, this is a pretty tight position. I do not blame him at all for, like, using bombs around here. And I mean, to be fair, Marissa gets so many bombs in this game.
Oh, that's interesting. Gamer says that maybe this game started as a Flash game.
Yeah, I think I remembered hearing something about that around 2011 also, actually. That
It's
this game might have
right...
been built on Flash.
It's certainly the right era for that to be true.
And I mean, to be fair, it's definitely got, like, the kind of, like, quirks to its code that do seem reminiscent of a Flash game. Alright, Yaobi is a very janky boss fight. So, you see that arrow pointing towards you also, that is, like, where the bullets are aiming. And also, the screen is swaying, so it's, like, also slightly veering away from your general position.
What a funny gimmick. Maybe less funny if I were playing.
Oh yeah, so here's another gimmick. Stay in the bubble, otherwise you drown.
You instantly drown, or do you, like, get a few seconds where the Sonic drowning music plays?
Oh, you just die. You just die.
Oop. Well, you can die inside the bubble, too, it turns out.
I mean, of course. Granted, you can use bombs and invincibility frames to, like, circumvent this, but again, it's like if you're trying to go for survival, stay in the bubble. Like, my goodness, you are gonna see a whole lot of just this jank, like, position stuff where he's just, like, trying to stay in a place where it falls down at a straight pace.
Oof.
Yeah, this is a very uncomfortable pattern on Lunatic, especially given, like, the size of the bubble and the amount of tiny bullets that tend to, like, be around this pattern.
Yeah, just the bubble itself is so small.
It's like, you got a small bubble, you gotta focus on small bullets, it's murder on your eyeballs. And again, just bombing this non because it's just this jank stuff with screen movement and aiming is just nonsense. I remember struggling on this spell card when trying to actually go for like a couple hard and lunatic once CCs at one point. Like basically, it's like you gotta keep in mind that the bubbles are moving up, and then Yalbi is just going like above and below the screen,
Yeah.
just firing bullets. And now her survival. So in this survival, you basically have to try and stay within the bubbles.
Oh God.
Yeah, there is, and I think there is a method for it in which like you have to like preempt your movement, and there are some bubbles where it's ideal to stay within them in order to like not really just struggle too much. Generally, though, this is a fun survival. Like, despite a very janky boss fight, it definitely ends in a very fun manner.
Mm-hmm. Definitely seems like the kind of thing you'd expect to see in an extra stage.
Oh man, Extra in this game is an entire beast on its own also.
Touhou fan game creators cannot be trusted with the power of extra stages.
I'll just say this: if any of you guys want to go on Extra, like blindly, well, I'll just say Marissa's Extra is the easiest to learn. Going in as Sanae, well, I hope you like pain. Generally, I would say Sanae has the harder game. Even in like just the main thing also, because her shot types are just so unorthodox. Though I mean, Rainbow and Marissa also have some unorthodox shot types. Like, I know like Marissa C or Marissa A is kind of like a Sakuya B-esque shot type, which I think is actually the strongest in the game. Like, I can't remember if it's that shot or this shot. But generally, Rainbow and Marissa have shot types that function, whereas Sanae, you have to kind of get used to a lot of visual screwing around.
Please be nice, she's trying her best.
Generally though, this last segment, like this last stage, it's generally fine if you can just manage if you can manage the swarm of fairies, which I then say that as they just like die to a stray bullet.
Yeah, this doesn't look that bad.
I kind of forget what influences the like mid boss of stage 6, whether it's like difficulty dependent or something like that. Because I know sometimes Yalbi's the mid boss, sometimes it's Kasumi. Or, you know, I guess it's just both this difficulty. And just bombing it because I think they're just done with those kind of like air bubble gimmicks.
Well, if you've got that many lives, and your goal is to clear, you know, lives and bombs are meant to be used. You can't take them with you. You can't take them with you to other games.
Well, anyway, Mikoto here, she's pretty fun. She's honestly a pretty fun fan game final boss. Like, her main thing is that she can create life, so she gets to spew out fairies.
Oh, that's nice. Bosses don't have enough ads in general. Ads are fun, I love killing ads, but Touhou bosses don't have them.
I mean, I will say this, her first pattern there, generally easy with how, like, easy Marissa can really deal with, like, enemies in this game, with the piercing and with her general power. Like,
it
okay,
It seems like piercing is like actually good in this game. Like in a lot of Touhou games, in a lot of mainline games, Marissa gets piercing, but it's totally worthless. But it seems like with the patterns in this game, piercing is actually very helpful.
So, the thing about this spell card, so you see like how these fairies are like changing colors? That's because once they get in a certain position, they become big fairies, and they just get a lot of health and are generally hard to shoot down. But seeing how Marissa can just like pierce through them, it's like she doesn't even have to bother with that and just focus on streaming the other bullets that Mikoto was firing. This pattern right here, it is kind of off-putting with how like these bullets sort of slightly spin after they fire out. But I mean, to be fair, this is also basically a Junko light ordeal, or this is before Junko. This is before Junko. It's generally like not too hard to really see where to go through.
Oh boy.
Okay. Okay, yeah, this spell card can get messy.
Yeah, this looks hairy. Well, but it only needs one bomb.
Yeah.
So who cares what the pattern is?
Well, yeah, you just bomb through it. Like, let's not bother with streaming and focusing on dodging other bullets. Oh yeah, this spell card, this non-spell is also a doozy with the one gigantic bullet she fires just chasing you. I was gonna mention her second non was something else like that, but this guy got into a position where they were able to just have that giant bullet spin around them.
Oh, this is confusing.
Oh. Okay, yeah, so 3D Damaku. This is a very hard to read spell because you also have to read the background lines. And
Does
it's
the background actually hit you?
Huh?
Can you actually be hit by the bullets in the background?
Yes.
Oh wow.
In fact, I think they died by the bullets in the background there. Okay, so this final spell, she basically just gets a whole bunch of fairies to shield around her, which Marissa can easily deal with. This spell card is a lot harder with Sanai, especially since most of Sanai's shot types are mainly focused around shotgunning.
Yeah, shotgunning in Touhou. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's not a great position to be in as a shot.
Rainbow was generally fine. It's like she doesn't really have a lot of piercing shots, but she does decent damage at least. Marissa, high damage through most of her shots, and just like you got piercing with the lasers here, so not much of a biggie. So yeah, GG's.
GG.
Like solid Lunatic 1cc. So yeah, GG's Ceres. Hopefully I was informative throughout this entire run and not super cringe.
You were informative.
Yes, I was informed at least. And that's what really matters. Me, not the viewers.
I will definitely be down if like someone decides to do Marine Benefit Extra because oh boy, the nuances of each different extra are nuts. And who knows, maybe someone is masochistic enough one day to go through Sanai Extra to do an LNN of that.
Marine Benefit was really the first fan game that people cared about in the Western community, right?
I think like the first fan game most people cared about was Concealed the Conclusion, just because that's
true.
like it. This one, people cared about it mainly because of the theories of Touhou 13 circulating around the time of 2009 through to 2011.
That was certainly an interesting time in the Touhou community. That's when I got started, and I don't know. It seemed like the future was wide open. Like anything could happen. Like every new game was so great. It was a wonderful fan.
I am crying every day as I miss those days. God.
Oh well. It doesn't matter whether you like the new games or not. And some people do like the new games. There are good things about the new games. I think Zun has improved as a music producer. But even if you don't like the new games, there's still the old games. So, you know, it's fine either way.
Even if I get exhausted, I will at least try to manage myself and find something to enjoy with Touhou. I have been into the series too long in order to, like, just suddenly just quit out of it.
You can always take a break and come back a few years later.
Absolutely.
You know, Raymond and Marissa will still be here for you.
Absolutely.
And so will TRS, hopefully.
which is
Hmm.
TRS on. Thank you all very much for watching. Join the Discord server, if I can type that command correctly.
I got you. Yes,
And
join the Discord server. Submit your runs if you're proud of them. We accept all runs, whether they're easy or lunatic. We do not only accept really, really hard runs. I don't know why people think that. Please, we love watching runs, so submit them.
right, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And with that, remember, reality is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Bye, gold. Bye.